Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia, doing one of the cultivating jobs that we had at the end of last episode. But not only did I have those three, I actually already collected on one of those because another cultivating job came up, so I can only take three at a time. So I had to collect on one, and I don't know, is this the field? This might be the extra one I've taken on. I've also took on a fertilizing contract as well. So I believe of the three cultivating contracts you saw, I collected on two of those. And now I still need to collect on the first cultivating job we did, which was like 50,000 minus 10 for borrowing this equipment. So I'll get paid on that. I fertilized that field off in the distance there, the one without the crop in it. I think that one pays like 34. I haven't collected on that one. And then I'll have this one to collect, which a worker was currently working on while I was doing the other contract for fertilizing, and also, of course, taking care of the grass field. The grass field's all set. I do need to jump back in there and fertilize it before we harvest it next time, which is another 3 months. All the bales have been picked up and placed next to the other bales, so they're fermenting. Ended up with 23 compared to the 24 that we got last time. So we got 24 pink bales, 23 white bales. But pretty darn close, even though 24 bales on the first cut. The last bale was not quite a full one. And on this cut here, the last bale was just about a full one. So it was almost even. Almost even Steven. But anyways, I'm thinking we should be somewhere around $150,000 to $160,000 in the bank account once we collect in all these contracts. Currently, I got the speed up to times 10 to see if anything else will come up. Looking at our own farmland and what's going on, yeah, so we planted canola in our other field, and even though we just planted it, it's not going to be until next January, I think, before it's harvest time. And the other field I'm thinking about buying also has canola into it, so probably no harvesting for quite a while for us anyways. The other field, which is like field number 3, I think it is, with the canola into it, it is going for a very, very good price. We actually have the dynamic field price mod installed, so where the field prices can fluctuate plus or negative. I think right now it's in our favor by like about 15% with a crop in it. I would love to be able to buy it, but we are way short on cash. So there was a comment on last episode, and I thought I said this, but if I misspoke, I apologize. But yes, I do want to pay off the loan that we have currently before we go ahead and buy anything else. I want to pay off the current loan that we have and then possibly borrow money after that and then buy some equipment. That is my priority number one on the farm anyways. And we are getting there. We're going to pay off about $150,000 today towards the loan of the $450,000 that I still owe. And of course, we still got the silage bales back at the farm. Those will be ready in 3 months. Well, the first set is just about ready. The second set will be ready in 3 months. And that should bring in about $400,000. So that should easily take care of that loan. And I'm thinking today it might be mostly contracts. Because, like I said, we only own the grass field, which we just did. I got to fertilize it. I guess I could put lime down too if I wanted to. We'll see how bad the pH level is. And then the canola field, which is completely taken care of. We got the weeds taken care of. Actually, if we look at our precision farming score, we are at 86. The only field that's hurting us now is, you can see this field's 97. Oh yeah, if I didn't mention it last episode, the See and Spot weed sprayer, I did bring up here and spray this field very quickly. I know, no weeds, but now the score is 100% on weeds. And this field here, hopefully next time we harvest it, the only thing killing us on this one is the nitrogen level, because it was bad on last harvest because it was over fertilized. And then yeah, we're looking to buy this field right here, I think. So I also been looking at when June/July does come and we pay off the loan, if it's not paid off by then, and we take out another loan. Yeah, getting another field is a priority. Getting a bigger tractor is a priority. Those are the two things I'm looking for. The bigger tractor, of course, to be able to start using bigger implements. So when we lease, we can just borrow something bigger so we can get the job done quicker. and maybe not go over the 1 hour working time to pay extra fees on it. So that'd be kind of nice. And of course, you're happy with this You're happy with this. I mean, if they're happy, I'm happy. Let's go ahead. I'll turn this off right here. Let's go into our contract page. All right, so 23,855 is the field we just did. Let's collect on that. The fertilizing contract for 34,613. Let's collect on that. And do I want to hold on to this until the end of the day? Well, it's not going to hurt any by speeding up time to see if any other contracts come up. Yeah, we'll get 40,000 for that one. So that's going to give us up to 160. I don't think any more contracts are going to come up. What I've been seeing in Western Australia is that the contracts, usually after 12, I don't really see any other new contracts pop up. I might be surprised, but they all happen early on in the day. I mean, there's not many fields in Western Australia just because they're very big. So what do we got? Like 25? 24, 25. All right, so that was a good guess. Yeah, 25 fields in total. So, yeah, not going to have many different type of contracts with only 25 fields. All right, let's slow down time. Yeah, let's go ahead and just collect on that. Oh, a sewing contract did come up. I'm not too interested in that, but we are going to collect on that. There we go. So now we have 163,000 in the bank account, but before we sleep to the night, let's go up here. So currently, before I throw some money at our previous loan, now we can take out a loan for 200. We'll just say 222,000. But we're actually going to go ahead and special redemption, and we're going to go right to 100. Do I want to go 150? I'm going to make special payment. All right, now if I want to take out a loan, 371, 372 is what we can take out on, because by not having as much to pay back, the interest on that money is starting to go down and down and down, which was a negative part on our farm. Well, it's getting kind of late, so I don't think we're going to go ahead and fertilize our grass field today. But like I said, I got a couple months for us to do that. Meanwhile, like I said, our silage bales, these are all fermented. So now if I actually go to here, we can see silage. Yep, we sell it in, well, it says July, but 222,000 we should get for that. And we can see we got 1174, and then we got 1130 of grass. So yeah, once this all ferments, that should be like 215,000. So like a $440,000 almost in silage we'll sell. And that is before our environmental score bonus, which is 11% on top of that. So that would be great. Anywho, so with everything all done, I think we're all set. Yeah, pH value is good. I think I put lime down last time, but yeah, it does need, of course, some. I'm actually surprised that it says nitrogen. Oh, there we go. Nitrogen bad. I thought somewhere it said nitrogen good. It says nitrogen okay. Might be reading a little bit more over here, but either way, definitely going to put fertilizer down on our grass field. Open says me. Can I getting in the store sometimes can be a little tricky. There we go. We're in. And let's get a good night's rest on. I don't know. I do like the idea of this small little container for a house, but we couldn't at least had a decent kind of a bed back here. Let's wake up at. Okay, we're gonna wake up at 5. It is gonna be dark, but I'm doing it just for contract purposes. All right, rise and shine. So we do have 11,000 in the bank account. Squeeze out the door. Let's go ahead and shut that. Let's see what we got for contracts, shall we? Just a harvesting contract, that's it? That is it? I don't know why I'm going to look into... Yeah, I did return all the leased items. Let's look in... We are looking for a bigger tractor. Almost 50% off. Now, the only issue with this is I want a tractor with a 3-point linkage. Can I throw a 3-point linkage on this? I can just do standard, which is no weights, or just have weights. And the reason why I need a 3-point linkage is because when I mow the grass, I want to be able to go to a front mower, rear mower, and where I can do swathing if I just want to do silage bales, but also be able to do wide spreading for making some hay. I mean, in the future, something like this would work. So, I mean, I was actually thinking when I was, when the workers were doing the contracts, I'm thinking for tractors, it's going to be the case. I was thinking, because I was looking again, just to refresh my memory, for most common tractors found in Australia, Fendt is one of them. And I was thinking, well, Fendt, John Deere, Case, New Holland. I don't, but then the New Holland T8, I'm using that on Hills of Tuscany. We just used a Fendt 1000 on American Falls. The T9 does not have a front point linkage, a 3-point linkage in the front. And we just did use a John Deere also right away on American Falls. So, the case, is that the case I was looking at? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, everything else, I need something with a 3-point linkage though. So that's why I was going with this case. And the price is not that bad to start off with. And it's 374 horse with a 3-point linkage. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. All right, let's speed up some time here. Let me get back on to... Okay, now all the contracts have disappeared. Fertilizing. Oh, let's slow down. Let's slow down. Make sure we accept that. That's 34,000. Wait, is that the one I just did? I mean, we'll accept it because it's 34,000. Fertilizing is good. Is that the one I just did? It is the one I just did. All right. But we'll accept that. Let's still advance time. Let's get that sun coming up. And just remember, April, we are technically in fall because we're in Australia. Let's go back. Wait, contracts. Let's keep that page up. All right, I think it's bright enough outside. Let's slow down time to ×3, be fine. All right, we're going to take care of our grass field first because I don't want to forget all about this. Yep, we can see the cornfield's ready for harvest. Oh, we got, I wonder, we got some juice. How's the pricing of the juice? Apples and strawberry juice. September is the best time to sell that stuff. Well, I'm not in dire need of any money, and currently, well, you can see we're not doing that well. I mean, I could get like 9,000 at the best time, and today I could get like $8,000 for it. So we're gonna be doing a contract anyways that's gonna pay us 34,000. So that'll be plenty of money to come on in. All right, let's get into our 6230. 6230. 6230. All right, let's unfold this so we can top off with some fertilizer. Now, I was kind of thinking about just skipping all the way until June/July so we can get right into the silage bales. But if I want to go with what someone suggested, being by the end of year number 2, doing no more contracts, skipping months with contracts I should be able to do and earn a whole bunch of cash on, I can't pass those up right now. I need to take those. And part of me is thinking, wait, how much did it say I could borrow? I wonder if that field is still at a good price, because maybe I could take out a loan to be able to buy that field and I can start taking care of it, the other canola field. Hang on a second, let me turn this off for a second. But I just skipped a month, so that's not going to be great for me. Possibly farmland. Okay, it was like 15% off. Now it's 12% off. So we'll just say 377. And what did it say I could take a loan out for? Well, if I maxed out the loan, if I took the max amount of loan out and I get that contract complete, we can afford to buy the other canola field. Yes, I'll have 2 loans. I still want to pay off the original one first. But why that field, you know... You know what? That field is not going to be ready for harvest until January. So we got like 9 more months. So I mean, by the time it rolls back around again, more than likely I could probably get a good deal on it. Alright, so for now, maybe just hold off on to that. We'll just keep throwing money at our original loan. Actually, I probably should have gone down and did the contract field first, because I just realized I refilled this with fertilizer to get the grass field done, but I think I used all my money. I wasn't paying attention. I probably didn't even top this off all the way. But my grass field's not going to take that much fertilizer. And when I just did the contract before, I think I went down there with about 2/3 of a fertilizer spreader, and I still had plenty left over, so should be good to go. I have picked out the silo that I want to use here. It will cost $400,000, and it will be able to store, I think, 1.7 million liters, which is way more than what we'll need. And I'm just going by what I was doing on Oceanside Forest, where I had some big fields, and the harvest off those fields was pretty darn good. We did the same thing there with precision farming and crop rotation. And if you saw those series and remember how big those fields were, I think the biggest field I was getting like 800,000 liters of crop off. So, yeah, not that big of a thing. I'm also starting to prep for sugarcane and how to store that, because I haven't tested these silos yet. I don't think they're multi-fruit silos. I think they're just base crop silos. So I do have a storage shed for sugarcane. I haven't downloaded the mod. I was just looking at them just before I started recording. So I can't even show them to you because I haven't even downloaded the mod yet. But yeah, it's pretty much just like an open shed with a belt system that comes out the back. I think I used a shed like that in 17, honestly. But it'll get the job done. The only thing it doesn't say is what the capacity of that is. Now, that's just going to be a shed for overflow of sugar cane for our sugar production, and it's going to be the same one that we're using on Hills of Tuscany. And I do believe if it's the same capacity as sugar beet, we're talking 500,000 liters that the factory can hold. I'm also trying to figure out how I want to plant the sugar. Did I say sugar beet? Well, I mean probably sugar cane as well. But planting the sugar cane. There's a few options. I was looking for one that was a direct drill, because that helps out our precision farming scoring. So I have we could use the planter that I'm using on Hills of Tuscany, but I got to get the one that plants at 30 miles an hour, which is extremely fast. I think there is one on the Mod Hub that's a 6-meter wide. That is a direct drill that will plant sugarcane. So, yeah. But I got some time to think about it, because we won't be planting that until probably next season. So we got, I keep saying I got a little bit of time, but today, if we zip through the months like we might be doing so, then next year is going to get here sooner rather than later. So what I'm going to do here is, because fertilizing, although it may be interesting for a little bit, it's going to take me a while to get the other contract done. I think it took me like 15 minutes to get that contract done. And this here is probably going to take me like another 5 to 10 minutes. So I will see you 20 minutes from now. This field will be done, and we'll be wrapping up the contract. Meanwhile, I'll keep my eyes open for more contracts, because that is where we're going to make our money for the next couple months. Up to 90% complete fertilizing field number 18, I think it is. I do have the mini-map on in the bottom left-hand corner so I can see where I've been. Just makes it easier. You can do that with the precision farming mod on. Just makes it a little bit easier. You may notice also on the map that the screen is flashing in some other areas as well. Cultivating contracts have come up. Same equipment that we had last month. And I went to get the workers started in the smallest field so we can finish that together after this, because I figured time to get that smaller field going, we should be able to finish it. But Course Play is detecting 3 fields into that one, so I'll have to do it myself. Not that big of a deal. I don't want to say this, I keep saying the small field. In Western Australia, all the fields are decent size to rather huge, and one of the cultivating jobs is rather huge. I think it might be the biggest field on the map, but hopefully a worker will be able to do that. But yeah, we're getting ready to complete this contract, which is good because I was kind of getting through the fertilizer in here. We're making a little bit of money. That's probably from our greenhouses, or sorry, our greenhouse, which is making a whole bunch of products in there. So that's good. We know that's still up and going and running. And this should be complete. Let me go into here and just double. I mean, I didn't see it come up, but who knows here? Nope, not done yet. I've been kind of sloppy doing this field, honestly. Oh, now the contract's complete. All right, let's turn that off. I said turn that off. Thank you. Let's collect on that. So, yeah, a whole bunch of other contracts have been coming up. Harvesting contracts. They do look good. No, I did that. And it is the Mark IV root crop harvester. But I'm guessing what they're doing is, when it comes to the contracts and giving us this harvester, I'm guessing everything is base. So base engine, base capacity, so on and so forth. Which is, it's okay. Just for curiosity, field number 10, actually almost hit accept contract. Field number 10, that's not that. I did field 13 with potatoes. Oh, right down here. Okay. Yep, but that's fine. Contract complete. I was like, why does it still show me where I fertilized? There we go. Now it's all gone. Let me get out of this farmer's field here. When I was driving the cultivator and tractor to the field that we're getting ready to go to, I kind of drove past this field here and it reminded me of the Seasons mod in FS19. And if you didn't know about that mod or use it or whatever, in that mod there, in the Seasons mod of 19, that sometimes when you planted crops, sometimes the crops would not germinate. And looks like this farmer had a little bit of an issue with that. I think it'll grow in. I think what happened is when I skipped to the night, this field was getting it set to where it had a crop in it. I didn't quite complete by midnight, so yeah, see, it says growing barley. If I come over here, it's just going to say barley growing. It's just in different stages when it passed midnight, but so on and so forth. Yeah, so here, yep, we're in the case, and the Vetterstad, how do you pronounce it? Is it Vetterstad? Vatterstad. The Vatterstad Extreme 1425 cultivator is what we have here. So this is the field I'm in. Course Play, when I try to get Course Play to do the job in this field, it's adding 14, 12, and 13 all together. So, interesting. And the other contract I'll have to do, which I borrowed the items on, is this one right here, number 11. So in case you didn't see the contract, no, that's the wrong one. Contracts, almost 60 grand. So not too bad. That will get done in between episodes, of course. But I am definitely shooting for next episode to selling the silage bales, all of them, and taking care of the loan, taking out another loan. And then I got to figure out exactly how I want to spend the moolah, the money. That case tractor for one, I think is going to be a purchase. We will have to go ahead and maybe lease or buy the mowing equipment for the field, because the field should be ready to be mowed in June. It should be ready. So, I actually might be mowing the grass before we sell the silage bales. I guess all depends on the price and timing of everything. So, yeah, I got to figure out how I want to spend the money. But I think the bigger tractor is definitely the one thing. We'll see what that other canola field is going for. It'd be nice to have another field. And then, yeah, I don't mind still leasing the mowing equipment because that's rather cheap. But, yeah, one step at a time. But having all these contracts completed and whatever comes up the rest of this month, but we are at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in this month, so this month is almost over. But I'll also do the contracts in May, so we can just go right to June. So, beginning of next episode... Oh, I'm actually cultivating their corn. Sorry. But yeah, I hope to be starting right in the month of June. Either cutting grass or selling the silage bales. Now, when I was fertilizing the field in that contract, I was actually thinking about, because we just saw a little while ago, that I could borrow almost $370,000 right now on a loan. I was thinking about taking out that loan and paying off the first loan. Why do that? The length of the loan I have on the first one's 30 years, and all the interest I got to pay on it. So if I took out a new loan and made it just like 10 years, but I figured, you know what, we got 2 more months to go. Let's try not to min-max the loan, let's say. And at the end, I didn't even look at the interest rate. I don't know what the interest rate is this month for the loan. Now, all the money I earn from contracts in between episodes, I will keep so you can see how much we earn. But I don't think I actually showed, if I go to money-wise, if we scroll on down, let's look for the big money, contract income. So last month we brought in $156,000, and so far this month, $34,000. That was a contract we just completed. And 2 months ago, we did $88,000 worth in contracts. So looking pretty good. And I would like to stick to by the end of year 2, doing no more contracts. American Falls, I did contracts way longer than I wanted to. Hills of Tuscany, not doing any contracts whatsoever. But then on that map, we started with a lot of stuff. But it's nice not doing contracts, even though the money pays well for the most part. Even on hard economy, it pays really well. I can imagine what these contracts would pay on normal or easy. But I'll just be making loops around here because that's what I have to do. Actually, I can kind of check right now. If I got to do that other field because Courseplay cannot, I think there is a way I can map out my own field. Let me just see here. If I go create job, Courseplay. Yeah, as you can see here, Courseplay, you can kind of see the white outline. It goes right past the borderline here, all the way up to field number 12. It even adds 12 to 13. So if I were to do this... Yes, Courseplay can see only field 11 as its own. There is a way, because I've done it before. Actually, I did it on Hills of Tuscany. I got to remember how to where I can create the outline for my own field. I kind of forgot how to do that. There's a way to do it, but you know, there's nothing else for me to do while this is going on. I don't have another tractor and cultivator to get started on field 11. So I might as well save myself a little bit of labor and do it myself. The only thing I can't do is, while a worker is doing this field, you know, just go into the store menu and start planning out how to spend my money. But I'll have plenty of time to do that while a worker is in the bigger field cultivating that field. I'll have plenty of time to figure out. So if I can currently borrow the situation that we're in, if I can currently borrow like $366,000, I assume by the time I pay off the other contract, or sorry, the other loan, and we sell all those silage bales, which we probably are going to get over $450,000 for. How much, I mean, are we going to be pretty close to $1 million I'm going to be able to borrow? Does that seem about right? It's going to be close. I think it'll be close to that. But time will tell. And like I said, hopefully that'll be next episode. Yeah, because like I said, this month is just about over. And we are approaching fall and going into winter here very soon. So, yeah, a lot of field work should be just about done. But there are a lot of harvesting contracts that we do see, so plowing contracts and cultivating contracts might come up next month as well. I wonder if it'll benefit me if I were to keep this equipment after completing the bigger field, and that way I'm all set. Because I don't want the other combination to come up, which is for cultivating jobs, the Roslamash, and was it this cultivator that they were using? I'm not sure. But whatever that setup is, that Roslamash and whatever, the workers, when I put a worker on it, they just keep shifting from a higher gear to a lower gear. It's just not a happy medium. Although I could set up course play to work at a slower speed, which will make the worker probably pick the lower gear and it won't be shifting back and forth as much. But I'd rather not have to do that. So I'll figure it all out. But anyways, right now we currently sit at $35,000, almost $36,000 in the bank account. We did pay off $150,000 towards the loan. I think we got $377,000 more to go. But with this contract and the other cultivating contract, that's pretty close to $65,000 we'll get. So that'll put me somewhere right around $100,000. Yeah, looking pretty good. But yeah, next episode, get ready. Like I said, hopefully selling the silage bales. And after we cut the grass field and pick up some of the grass, we may get ourselves some sheep. May make some hay. I could just feed the sheep grass straight up, but I think they would prefer hay, so we'll lease probably that equipment. Yeah, expanding on the farm itself. And hopefully with the loan, I'll do a little bit better job on it this time. Yeah, I tried to outsmart the loan system on episode 1. Didn't really work out that well, but you know what? Learn from your mistakes, I guess. I may make some more. I'm pretty sure I will. But anyways, yeah, if you made it this far in the video, maybe think about giving the video a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. And if you haven't already, please do think about subscribing as well. Yeah, but that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.